Hello and welcome to the data entry tutorial for BSI. In this tutorial, we will be reviewing the different types of data entry batches and completing a data entry add batch. First, we go to the data entry module. From this module, users can create new data entry batches, look at a saved data entry batch, or view previously committed data entry batches. The four different types of batches are add, modify, delete, and change. Add batches add specimens to the database. Modify batches modify existing specimens in the database. Delete batches will delete a specimen permanently from the database, and change batches will change the BSI IDs of a specimen in the database. Let's create an add batch now. First, press the add button after pressing the new button on the module. This will open the add batch specification dialog. From here, you can set the access level to anyone in the repository or batch owner only. Setting it to batch owner only will only allow you, the user who created the batch, to edit the batch. The requires verification drop-down here has two options, yes or no. Choosing yes will require you to enter an identical data entry batch before this batch will be committed permanently to the database. Here you can also choose a template for your data entry batch. Templates make it easier to enter data by filling in information that you know you will need for every single batch. You can also add an attachment if you want, or fill in a description. Once we're done with this specification dialog, we press OK. This will open a new add batch. In an add batch, the required information will be shown as red in BSI. Optional fields will appear as gray. Now we are going to fill in all of the required information. First is the date drawn field. This field indicates when the sample was actually drawn from a patient. Then the date received field. This field is meant to store the date that the vial or other type of specimen was received at the repository. The material type. This field indicates what material the specimen actually is. The label status field indicates the condition of the label. Here you can indicate if it's barcoded, corrective, erroneous, if it's illegible, handwritten. Study ID allows you to associate a study with your specimen. And volume allows you to record the volume of your specimen. After this, we need to assign a BSI ID. BSI ID is a unique identifier within the BSI system. And to do that, we're going to use the assign BSI IDs. Here we enter the sample ID that we want to use and the starting sequence number. And BSI will find the next available sample ID and sequence number based on the fields that are entered here. After we've assigned a BSI ID, we now need to assign locations. And we're going to do that by reserving locations with the location tool. Once again, we go to the tools menu, choose reserve locations, and then choose reserve locations using location tree. This tool will actually show the way that the freezers are set up in locations. We can expand and collapse and search on any level of the freezers. I'm going to choose a box that has available spaces, press next, and then reserve. Our locations will now be reserved and the location ID field will be filled in. After assigning locations, we can now check level 2 errors to make sure we're not missing any information. When nothing appears here, so we are ready to commit. Committing data will permanently save it to the database. To make any changes to our data after it is committed, we will need to do a mod batch. While it's currently in a saved state right now, we can make whatever changes we want, but after it's committed, a mod batch will need to be made. Press commit. A warning will appear telling you that you're about to make permanent changes to the database. If you're ready, press OK. A message will appear saying that it's being committed. And if we are successful, a message will appear saying we committed a batch successfully. Thank you for watching this data entry video on how to create an add batch and commit. For more information about BSI, please visit us at trybsi.com.